Hello, welcome to our video, a talk on insurance, in which we are going to talk on certain basics of insurance and two major types of insurances. So, what is that we are going to cover in this video? First, we are going to talk on life insurance and type of life insurance, then health insurance or healthcare insurance. We'll then talk about the different schemes, insurance schemes of the government of India. We have an online blog. We have mentioned a link of that blog online sahihai.blogspot.com. In this blog, we have mentioned information regarding mutual funds and insurance related matters. We also have videos with online demonstrations. We do have presentations in other Indian languages in case if you want to share these presentations with people who do not understand English. You can download them for free and you can share with them. Before we begin, a disclaimer. We are going to talk in general terms. We are not going to use technically correct definitions. This video is for common person, and that is why we are going to talk in general and simple terms. The information here is subject to change, so please refer to the latest document before you make any decision regarding insurance. The intention behind this presentation and video is to give information to the common man of this country, to make him or her understand what insurance is, the benefits of insurance, and which is the correct insurance type. We do not intend to earn any revenue. We also do not intend to advertise any product. We are doing this as part of our social responsibility. So let's begin. First, of course, is life insurance. Okay. So what is life insurance in simple terms? Okay. So it is an amount which is paid to the family members or the dear ones after the demise of the person who has been insured. So somebody, if a person A is insured or has taken life insurance, then after his or her demise, okay, the amount which was promised in the insurance policy is given to the family members or dear ones of the person insured. To be more specific, to the nominee mentioned in the insurance policy. This, of course, if the person has paid premiums regularly, has not defaulted on the premiums, and the death of the person is within the policy period. Okay, so one has to pay the premium regularly without missing any premium. Second, the insurance is given only if the death of that person occurs within the policy period. Now, there are different types of life insurance policies. But one which we are going to talk about is term insurance, and this is the only correct type of life insurance. The only correct type of life insurance. The question is why. So let us explain to you. If a person is married, okay, and he or she will be having child or children. Okay. If you look at one of the major expenditures in a person's married life after getting married, that is the cost of raising a child, and this, according to a research, is around 1 to 1.5 crores. Okay. So all the expenses from the birth of child to the marriage of one child is going to be around 1 to 1.5 crores. And if suppose unfortunately that person dies at a young age, then in that case somebody or something has to bear those expenses of 1 to 1.5 crores, which means if there is no other option, the person has to have insurance to cover those expenses in case of his or her death. Okay. And as I said, it should be around something around 1 crore as much as possible. Now, if you go for other options, for example, endowment plan, which is also a type of life insurance, to cover, to have a coverage of 1 crore, you will have to pay very high premiums, very high premiums. Okay. These plans or similar plans which guarantee money return, which means if the person insured does not die within the policy period, after the expiration of policy period, the money is given back to the person who is insured. Some amount of money, probably with some interest, is given back to the person who is insured, right? But in this case, one has to pay very high premiums. Okay. On the other hand, if you buy a term insurance policy, then you can get a coverage of very high insurance amount for very less premium. So if I have to give an example, if you buy a money return insurance policy, in that case, you, for let's suppose an insurance of 1 crore, you will be paying around premium of 35,000 or more than that. But if you happen to buy a term insurance policy which is of 1 crore, same insurance, you will be paying a premium of around 12,000 rupees per year. Earlier it was around 35,000, more than that per year. In this case it will be around 12,000. I personally have a policy of 1 crore rupees and I pay a premium of not more than 12,000 rupees. So there is a huge difference. Now, if somebody cannot afford to pay that much premium, let's suppose he or she decides to buy a money return policy but cannot afford to pay that much premium, then he of course will be compromising on the insurance amount. So if he or she can only pay 10,000 or 12,000, then in that case the insurance amount will be probably 50 lakhs or less than that. And in that case, that person is fooling himself or herself and cheating his family or dear ones, because with that less amount, the expenditure of his or her child or children will not be covered. As I already said, you have to, there's around 1 crore of expenses from childbirth to the marriage of that child, and if the insurance amount which is promised is so less, then in that case those expenses will not be covered. So it's like cheating your family members. So you have to have a very good insurance amount, and if that is the case, you will have to pay the premium accordingly. In case of money return policy, you will have to pay very high premiums. In case of term insurance, we will have to pay very less premium for the same insurance amount, right? So that is one reason, okay, for which you need to consider or buy a term insurance policy only. Okay, it will take very good care of your dear ones after demise. Okay, and that too for a very small premium. Okay. Now the argument here is, why not pay that 35,000? Okay, have insurance plus investment. And the answer to that is that instead of paying 35,000 or 20,000 extra compared to the premium you will be paying in the term insurance policy. If instead of that, if we invest that money in mutual funds or some other option, better option, okay, then you will be earning far better returns on your investment. If you have a money returning policy wherein you are buying a policy along with investment, the returns which you are going to get will not be as great as the returns you will be getting if you invest in mutual funds and just buy a term insurance policy. Okay. And therefore, if you want to invest, do investment, and if you want to do insurance, buy only insurance. Do not ever mix your insurance and investment. If you want to do investment, invest in mutual funds. We already have created videos on mutual funds. You can go through these videos and see how mutual funds can help you to give very good returns. Okay, so therefore, do not mix your insurance and investment. One important point here is that in case of term insurance, the coverage amount, the insurance amount, is only paid if the person who is insured dies within the policy period. Whatever is the policy period, within that, if the person dies, only then the amount is paid. Otherwise, the amount is not paid. But that should not be a concern for you. The reason being that you are buying an insurance for insurance and only for insurance and not for investment. If you think of money return policy, you will be paying far higher premiums, and then you will be compromising on your investment. Okay, so do not mix up. Okay, so do not worry about this clause that the money is only paid if the person dies during the policy period. If he or she does not die, then in that case, money is not given to you. Okay. Ideally, the term insurance policy should be till the age of 50 to 60 years. That is what is ideal. Now, why again? So, by the age of 55 to 60 years, your children are around age of 25. Okay, generally that is the case, which means most of their expenses are covered, right? So you have taken care of your responsibility of raising the child, right? And after that, the child will get a job, and then he or she will be in a position to take care of his or her own expenses. Okay, and that is how it should be. So you need not worry about expenses later. Okay. Now, there's one very good reason to do this is this. Let's suppose if you go beyond 60, 65, 70, 75 years, okay, of insurance up to the age of 60, 70, 65, 70, 75 years, if you go beyond that, what happens is that you are specifying a period, okay, which includes the average that age of a Indian person. On average, if you look at in India, on average, a person dies around the age of 70, which means that you are specifying a period where most probably one person will die. The person will die, the insured person will die, which means mostly the insurance company has to pay that coverage amount. Okay, as you go closer to 70, 75, you have more chances of dying, and therefore the insurance company will be required to pay the insurance amount. If that is the case, the insurance company will be charging higher premium. It will be charging higher premium, and because it is going to charge higher premium, obviously it is going to cost you more, and then the lesser amount you'll be having to invest into other options. Now remember, there's another major expenditure in one's life, which is the cost of expenses during retirement or after retirement. Okay, after retirement, whatever expenditure is there is around 2 to 4 crores. That also is a major expenditure. if you invest more into this insurance, if you pay higher premium into insurance, then in that case you'll be having lesser amount to pay into investment, and obviously you will be compromising on your retirement life. So it is advised that you pay, you have a insurance policy period up to your age of 55 to 60. Remember, why do we take life insurance? The objective is that, okay, if, by any unfortunate circumstances, if the person who is married, who has young children, who has a family, dies, then something should be there to take care of the expenses of those children, of this family, after his or her demise. Okay, but if you have covered the expenditures by via your income or your salary, whatever you have, then why should you worry about those expenses? By age of between 50 to 60, you will be covering those expenses, and in that case you do not have to go beyond age of 60. So ideally it should be up to the age of 50 to 55 to 60 years. Whatever money you save by paying lesser premium, or rather appropriate premium, you can invest that money into mutual funds and accumulate good corpus for your retirement life. Okay. If you buy the insurance policy online, you may get concession on the policy. Okay, that is an option which is also available. You can go on the company's website and buy insurance policy. Okay, please do that. Read terms and condition properly, and then only buy the policy. The next option is healthcare insurance. But before I go on to healthcare insurance, I want to talk about Mediclaim insurance, because it is similar to healthcare and people get confused between these two. Right. So what is Mediclaim insurance? So mostly a medical insurance is meant to only cover hospital related expenses. That means when one is hospitalized, during the stay at the hospital, whatever expenses are they, including the cost of operation, is covered in Mediclaim. Which also means any charges before going to the hospital and after coming out of the hospital are not covered in Mediclaim. Generally they are not covered. So if you had done some reports prior to going to the hospital, and if you are doing a post checking, okay, some checks after operation or after coming out of the hospital, okay, those expenses will not be covered. Okay, so you'll be only paid insurance on on your stay in the hospital. Okay, of course, because of this limited coverage, the premium is less. The second option is the actual healthcare insurance. Okay, now this is comprehensive. It covers everything. It covers not just your the expenses during hospitalization, but also prior to hospitalization and post to that. Okay, so if you have been going to doctor doing reports, that will be covered. If you are doing checkups after being to the hospital or coming out of the hospital, you that also is covered. So it is comprehensive. It covers everything. Okay. Now there are many healthcare insurance policy, but one which I want to talk about is Arogya Sanjeevani Health Insurance Policy. Now, what is special about this policy? First and foremost, the terms and conditions of these policies are specified by IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, the topmost government body when it comes to insurance. Okay, this is the topmost authority on insurance. It makes rules, regulation regarding insurance or insurance policy, and they have made it mandatory for every insurance company which deals in health related insurance to also provide this Arogya Sanjeevani Health Policy. Okay, that is compulsory, right? So every health insurance company or company dealing with in healthcare health insurance has to give this policy, has to offer this policy, right? Now, normally what happens, you buy a healthcare policy, there are terms and conditions which normally a common man does not understand, because there are many medical terms, there are some exclusions. We the person gets some kind of a medical issue, he does all the expenses, and then he files a claim, and then he gets very less amount, and then there are, reasons given: this is excluded, this is not covered, this is that is not covered, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now a common man generally does not understand these medical terms, and he does not understand, and therefore he cannot make a proper decision regarding which policy to buy, and then eventually he or she gets full, right? So things are excluded later on. Okay. And that is where a common man is fooled. In case of this insurance policy, the insurance companies cannot fool you in the name of exclusions in this policy. That cannot be done. There are some exceptions, of course. There are, okay, for example, pregnancy is not covered in this policy. Your treatment, some kind of special cosmetic changes are not covered. So those are there, but that is something will be clearly mentioned in the policy statement. That is why you should read the policy. It will be covered. Whatever is not mentioned then cannot be excluded. Okay, that is why IRDAI has brought this policy, because it is found that it's very common that people buy policy and later on they are full, and the objective is not served, and that is why this policy is there. And the companies cannot fool you in the name of exclusion. This we don't cover, that we don't cover. No, that cannot be done. They have to pay. If they do not, you can take them to consumer court and make them liable for whatever they had promised. Okay. Two important conditions here. There are 2 years of waiting period, which is also the case with every other policy, healthcare policy. Okay. Of course, here again there are exceptions. If there is an accident, then there is no waiting period. That will be covered, and certain operations can be done even after 1 year after buying this policy. So yes, but generally there is a 2-year waiting period for different kind of diseases, or the most of diseases. There is one more thing: 5% co-payment. Now, what is this co-payment? So let's suppose you go. Somebody goes to hospital, and there are expenses pre and post, and let's suppose the total cost comes to 10,000 rupees. Let's suppose, very small, but let's take an example. Just an example to understand the concept. So 10,000 rupees. So now we have 5%. Okay. Now 1% is 100 rupees. 5% is 500 rupees. Right. And that is something you will have to bear. Okay, you will have to bear. So if the total cost is 100 rupees, you will have to bear only. You will have to pay 500 rupees of the total cost. Rest is something the insurance company will be covering. Okay. Now that may bother you, but thing is that why this is done. First and foremost, normally when we have insurance policy and we communicate to our doctors, they charge us, okay, handsomely, without they charge us just without any second thought. They charge us without any second thought. We buy things which are not required, unnecessary expenses. But the thought is that yes, this all will be covered in the insurance. Okay. And what happens is that because of that, the insurance company says, okay, fine, if you want us to pay a large amount, we'll charge you a very hefty premium, a very big premium, and eventually we have to bear the higher costs. Okay. Now, to avoid this, to put a cap on the expenses, okay, so we tell our hospitals and doctors that we won't be buying unnecessary things. Okay. We negotiate the cost with our hospitals. To make us do that, there is this 5% co-payment option. So the cost of the medical expenses will come down, and in that case the insurance company has to bear less expenses. But remember that because it has to bear less expenses, it will be charging you less premium. So there you save. there you save. If you do a comparison, you'll be saving money because you'll be paying lesser expenses as part of premium. Okay, that is where you save. And second thing is, if you compare, where in other type insurance policies, even though you have been paying good payment premiums, and even though you are promised insurance coverage, in spite of that, we do not get our money 100% back in the name of exclusions. In the name of exclusion, this is not included, that is not included, and eventually what we get is 50% of approximately 50% in our hand. That means the rest 50% we are paying. So we are anyways doing a co-payment. If the insurance company is not covering 100% of the medical expenses cost, then, and if probably paying 50 to maybe let's suppose 70%, 75%, we are paying at least 25% of the cost. So we are anyways doing a co-payment. So this is not something which is should be shocking. Okay, this is only done, the 5% co-payment is only done to force us to negotiate the cost of medical expenses. Okay, and if we are more wise there, if we are more thoughtful there, then in that case the overall cost will become less. The companies, the insurance companies will have to pay less expenses, and they will pass that benefit to you, and we will have less of premium, and we will get the benefit. This can be combined with special disease related policy. So you can have a specialized policy depending upon the diseases history in your family with Arogya Sanjeevani. Okay. Also you can combine this with Mediclaim insurance. That can be done. So yes, this can be done. Now there are certain government insurance schemes. One is Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. It's an accidental insurance with a premium of rupees 12 per year. 12 per year. Okay, which means you pay 12 rupees, and if there is a death of the insured person, the dear ones, the nominee, will be getting around 2 lakhs rupees. Okay, that is what is the benefit for just 12 rupees. Similarly, we have Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, which again gives you an insurance cover of 2 lakh rupees for premium of just 330 rupees per year. I mean, very small amount to pay for a reasonably good insurance. Okay, this can be of course combined with other insurance policies. There is also Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, which is a health insurance policy to poor people, those who are below poverty line, domestic workers, MGNERGA workers, rickshaw pullers, and other poor people. Okay, that is something which also is there. A humble appeal, please share this knowledge with others. This of course will improve your understanding of insurance. This will make, once those people also buy insurance policies, that will make your insurance pool more stable. Okay, and this will help us to create a financially strong, health-wise strong citizens, society and nation. You can use this presentation to share this knowledge. You can download this presentation for free from our blog. You can even download this video, and that can be shared for free without any royalty with other people. So please do share this knowledge with people from lower economic sections, such as your driver, watchman, maid, etc. They also need it, and for them also it will be very, very useful. This is our blog, onlinesahihai.blogspot.com, where you can get this presentation. We do have our online query sessions. If you have any queries, you can join us in that query session. For you to do that, please download this Telegram app and connect to our channel Mutual Funds Online or Bhi Sahi Hai, and you can subscribe, and then you will be sending you notifications, date and time, as and when we conduct the sessions, and there you can share your queries. I will try to answer them to our best of our knowledge. Thank you.